Hello, this is Jules from the Gentle Life podcast, and I'm going to tell you or share with you a little slow stitch project that I've been working on for, last year. Now, my last video, I did post all about this, but apparently I had music going on in the background. Don't ask me how. I must have added a little bit of music to it at the very end when I was editing. Didn't check it over, just posted it, and a lot of people have said, love your video, but I can hardly hear you because of the music. Naughty me. So I've come back to hopefully share what I shared before, with a bit of peace and quiet behind me. There we go. I'm new to this, and fairly new. You live and learn, and I'm learning. So, step back. This is a slow stitch project, as I said, mainly hexagons, EPP, which I love, and a little bit of embroidery, and it's nothing on the back at the moment, just lots of squares. But let me talk you through it and see what I can show you. And after this little chat, I'll stop the video for a moment, put it on my table, and then I shall run the camera over it a bit slower for you as well, so that you can see what I've been up to. So it's a vintage. It started off as a vintage tablecloth, you know, one of those that everybody's embroidered many years ago. Love them all. Found this one in a charity shop some time ago, and probably a little bit soiled, I can hardly remember, and I thought, what can I do? So what I did was I cut out the good bits, which is there, which is the usual flowery, beautiful flowers, daisies, blue daisies there somewhere, there. So I thought I'd cut that out and go from there. So I cut out this long strip from the tablecloth and another one on the back, and then I started to add some, I think they're about an inch, perhaps inch and a quarter hexagons. So I have, I'm going to say I hand stitched those on, because I love hand stitching. I'd much rather play around with my needle than the sewing machine. In fact, the sewing machine doesn't like me very much. It either stops sewing, sews too much, I lose the thread in the bobbin. You know, I can tell you some stories. It's over there in the corner, and that's where it stays. So anyway, okay, so these are all different colors, different fabrics that I've had in my stash. If I turn it over, lots of pinks and blues, and I'll double check they do look, yep, they are all hand stitched on. Yeah, I can hardly see it, but yeah. So that completed a lovely strip, 2 strips either side. You can tell the linen is different as well. It's obviously has been used. Some of these beautiful tablecloths just end up in a drawer, don't they? And then I've had some squares, linen squares, vintage squares. Don't think anything is brand new. They may even have been shop bought from a charity shop, pair of trousers or something, and I cut them into squares. So if I turn it over, you can actually see I got a window behind me, or by the side of me. You can see the squares there, which made it easier to sew on. So There we go. Turn it over. It's about, well, 3 by 2 maybe. So let's talk about each square there. There we go. Vintage Fabrics. Square, which was EPP'd. I think I have some 4-inch squares in my stash. This one again, very slowly. Grandma, nice flower there. It's my favourite. The middle, and 1 and 2 rows around it. I obviously added a lazy daisy stitch there. You can see the vintage embroidery creeping in there. A heart. Again, I've got an acrylic shape for a heart. And just added a little bit of running stitch around it. Teeny tiny one there next door. Some lovely red fabric with a nice yellow, and again hand stitched, some running stitch around it. Sort of brings out the colour, doesn't it? There we go. Here's another one. There's a couple more there. Another one, the old vintage fabrics. They don't actually match, but there we go. If it's what you've got in your stash sometimes, isn't it? Just use them all up. Got a bit of yellow creeping in there, yellow flower. There we go. And that makes, I think, a lovely panel. Whether I could pop it on the wall. I suppose I could make it into a quilt. Not much desire to do anything more with it at the moment. It satisfied my urge to do slow stitching. Actually, I don't think there's much of a need to put some wadding and a backing cloth to it. I can pull it out from time to time. Have a look at it. Pop it on the wall. I mean, my wall behind me is quite full, but I do like to change it around. This is my little studio, a little bedroom that I call a spare bedroom that I call my studio. It's only me that works in here. Nothing changes, so the wall's my own. It's not like you're in your living room, is it, where everything has to be super smart. So I'll stop the video now, I'll pop it on the table and just quietly and gently meander around it just for you to see. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you could hear me this time. I know my voice is not the strongest, especially when you've got some music there. I did. You can hardly hear me. So I'm going to pop that on the table, stop the video, and my next video that comes along, just pop over here a moment, will be, I think I've probably shown it before, but I can show you different aspects of it. This is another slow piece that I can talk you through. This time it's on a piece of calico, and you start off in the middle there like a square, like a log cabin, or lots more embroidery, but again, I'll pop that in another video. So, right, so